What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl. And before I get started, I just want to say, yes, I am back! For those of you that did not know, I was off on a vacation. I was on the island of Oahu, which is one of the Hawaiian islands, and I had a great time. I did catch a cold on my flight back from Hawaii, however, so I apologize for my voice in this video. I didn't have a voice at all yesterday, so I'm glad that it's back today so I can continue to make content. Now, when I was on Hawaii, I was completely cut off, but that was my choice. I was off on adventures. I got to go to Jurassic Park and see the filming locations of Jurassic Park, of Pearl Harbor, of King Kong, of Godzilla, 51st States. It was such an amazing experience. I got to go hike through the Hawaiian jungle to waterfalls. I got to go swimming in the ocean, which of course I was on Hawaii. I got to kayak from one island to a smaller island off the coast of it, and it was an amazing experience. And the last thing I wanted to do was be on my phone or on the internet. Now, as well, when I was there, Captain Marvel released. I am aware of everything that happened with Captain Marvel. I am aware of all the reviews. I am aware of all the fake reviews. I am aware of Rotten Tomatoes deleting actual reviews to up their score. I am aware of the amount of money that Captain Marvel made, because this is what I have said in my videos. It's got the Marvel name on it. If Marvel has so far, I mean, aside from a couple of their movies that were just kind of meh, they still have the Marvel name. It's adding to the story. In this case, a lot of people said that this throws off the story, that it throws off a lot of the continuity, but it has that Marvel name, and so far, fans have not been hindered in this way. Now, so of course, it's gonna make money. If this was a movie that didn't have the Marvel name, that wasn't tied to a big brand and corporation, it probably wouldn't make any money. It probably wouldn't make money. But because it's tied to Marvel, of course it's going to make money. And I have said that in my videos. For all of those people that decided to go and spam the comments of all of my videos and say horrible things about me and say, oh, you really went quiet after Captain Marvel was released and made all that money. Yeah, I was in Hawaii on vacation. Of course I wasn't making videos because I was actually doing stuff. I wasn't watching a movie, because my life does not revolve around Captain Marvel, as some may think. Just because I make videos on Captain Marvel because I'm talking about the current, news. But whatever. Of course it's going to make money. It's a freaking Marvel movie. I didn't want it to make as much money as it did, but this is the reality. And you can look at other movies that are not good movies that make money. Look at The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi had the Star Wars name. It was marketed to make us believe that we were actually going to see Luke Skywalker be Luke Skywalker, and look at what we got, into divided the fan base. Solo bombed. They blamed it on Star Wars fatigue, which we all know is complete BS. The toy sales are down. You can't even they can't even sell them in stores when they're on sale, 99% on sale, from like $11 to like less than $1. People do not want the merchandise because it only took one movie to really divide a fan base and tear down everything that Star Wars had built. Yes, The Force Awakens was not the best movie, but J.J. Abrams really ran on that nostalgia to make us buy into it. That's why The Force Awakens made so much money, and it was guaranteed to make so much money because it had that Star Wars brand. Last Jedi ruined I apologize. Ruined the Star Wars brand. And that's a horrible movie. You can look at other movies that are just absolutely awful. It makes absolutely no sense that this was actually a script that somebody okayed, but it still got made, and it's making billions, which is Aquaman, one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my entire life. If this was an animated movie, yeah, it could be a little bit more understandable, but logic out the window, around the corner to infinity and beyond with that damn movie. But guess what? Jason Momoa's freaking hot. Jason Momoa brings women and men into the theaters. That movie made money because of one thing, which was Jason freaking Momoa. That movie makes billions of dollars. Doesn't matter that it's a shit movie. Some people like it, and I got attacked on my freaking channel in the comments section, which was pretty entertaining, to be completely honest. But I think I was more in shock by the amount of people that liked this movie, even though it's a terrible movie. But you know what? To each their own. It's a horrible movie. Then we got Captain Marvel. Every single person that has seen Captain Marvel has just been like, meh, meh. Every person that I've talked to, it's meh. And that's being nice. Those are the nice comments about it. Other people have said, no, it's completely ruined already established characters. Then one of my videos that people are continuing to watch, even though I posted this video, you know, I think over a month ago now, people commented saying, wow, this video was posted over a month ago. Everything that you said in this video is exactly what happened in this movie. Nick Fury's character got completely destroyed, just like I predicted. Based on the evidence that we had in Infinity War, Captain Marvel is going to play a huge part in Endgame. She's going to be the one that comes in to save the day, because that's exactly what they showed in the ending scene when Nick Fury disappears from the snap. Who's he calling? Guess what? It's not the Ghostbusters. He's not calling the Ghostbusters. He's calling up Captain Marvel, and she's the one that's going to be expected to save the day. All I did was understand that 1 + 1 = 2. Nick Fury calling Captain Marvel at the end when no other superhero could beat Thanos. He calls in the big guns, which is Captain Marvel. She's going to come in and help save the day. 1 + 1 = 2. It's that freaking simple. And for people to comment on my video that came out months ago and be like, wow, or not months ago, like over a month, maybe a little bit over a month ago, and say, wow, everything that you said in this video is exactly what happened. Yeah, I didn't need to watch the movie. I didn't need to go waste my money to go tell you that this movie was going to be dumb, to go tell you that Brie Larson is literally just going to be a Mary Sue and strut around going, I'm a warrior hero. I can shoot blasts out of my hand. Oh my gosh. It's so hard being a woman, guys. It's so hard to be a woman. I'm the first, standalone female superhero. No, you're not. We've had plenty of women to look up to. You're not the one. You're not our savior. You're not our savior of womankind. Brie Larson, you're not. Yeah, I didn't need to see the movie to tell you this wasn't going to be good. I didn't need to see the movie to tell you she's just going to be a Mary Sue that they expect to come in at the end and save everyone. I didn't need to see it to tell you that. That video came out over a month ago. It's the best video, in my opinion, it's not the best video I've ever made, but it's, as far as traction-wise, that's the best video that's been on my channel. 1 + 1 = 2. And I'm not good at math. I'm not. The second they started adding letters, I was like, you know what? I'm already taking English. I don't need to find your X. You can go find your own X. I'll circle it on the page for you if you need help, but I'm not interested in that. But I do understand 1 + 1 = 2. I do understand a formula. And the way that it was marketed, it showed it for us. The way that they left off at Endgame, or excuse me, not on Endgame. The way that they left off on Infinity War that's leading into Endgame, 1 + 1 = 2. You can figure it out on your own. I did. Months before the movie, not months, but you know what I mean. The maths, the times, I'm sorry, I got a cold. My head is just not in the right place right now. But, that being said, again, I'm not surprised by everything that's been happening. And I have to reiterate this, and I've said this a few times in videos as well as live streams. You really need to understand history, because history has a tendency to repeat itself. And the reason we are taught in history in schools is so that way we can learn about the past, and so that way we do not make the same mistakes. The way that it's been going right now, we are in, 2019. What's been happening? I remember the stuff that's been going on now. If you would have told me this in the early 90s when I was a kid, I would have laughed and said, no, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's so ridiculous. People are offended by the term dark side. Are you kidding me? Well, apparently you haven't read Superman or read the Superman comics and you don't know about that supervillain. But whatever. So in reference to Star Wars, you're offended by the word dark side. Oh, apparently now us women don't have women to look up to in movies. So now we have to go look up to Captain Marvel because we never had that before. Okay. I mean, you can even look at figures in history. Look at Queen Elizabeth I. You can go look at Joan of Arc. I can go on and list all of these great women in history. But, come on. There's always been people to look up to that are women. There's a lot of men to look up to just as much as there is a lot of women to look up to. So the fact that she's going to be the one that saves us, that's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And actually, that's not the stupidest thing that I've ever heard, but in reference to a Marvel movie, that's pretty freaking stupid, considering this is about an alien that's collecting magical rocks that control the powers of the universe. Just think about, this is a conversation that I had with someone when I was in Hawaii about Captain Marvel, and this is something that I love, that I'm very passionate about. So when I'm talking to, normal people, and that's their train of thought, I'm like, you know what? People that aren't wrapped up in what's been going on, aren't wrapped up in the news with Captain Marvel or with what's been going on with all the SJWs and, the NPCs and all of them trying to censor the things that we say online. And because we have opinions that they don't agree on, they're going to call us trolls. They're going to write articles about how YouTube had to change the algorithm to fight us. Well, the last time I saw freedom of speech was one of our top amendments. For those of you that haven't read American history, you can go do your research and find out why. You can go look at any type of oppressive government and see the second that they start censoring the people's opinions, that's when you have a problem. That's when an uprising is on your hands. I mean, you can go look at the way that the Nazis used to manipulate people that were, living in Nazi-occupied countries. They used to manipulate the horoscopes because, people read the news every day, but then you have the back section where you have comics, you have the crossword puzzle, you have Sudoku, I think that's what it's called. I never played it. And then you have, the horoscopes. Oh, I'm a Scorpio. Oh, this is my horoscope for the month, or this is my horoscope for the week, kind of thing. The Nazis used to use that to manipulate people into being afraid or to doing what they wanted them to do. You can go check that out. That's historical facts. They used to manipulate that. So when people are reading the news, it's not the real news. It's only what they want you to see. You can go look at documentaries about people that live in North Korea. They are not allowed to watch movies that are not from North Korea. And if you get found with a movie that's not from North Korea, a lot of bad stuff happens. You can go look this up for yourself. We have this amazing tool called Google for as long as that's going to last. So the fact that they feel like they need to censor us because we are not, prancing and dancing around to the narrative that they want, that shows that they are scared. And it's showing the way that things are changing. And you can go look back just 100 years ago. Go look back at 1919. What was going on around then? Oh yeah, guess what? Prohibition was starting. They don't want people to drink alcohols anymore. Oh, that's bad. Well, then guess what? Bootlegging started. We had the Roaring 20s. Even though it was illegal, everyone still went out and had parties. The women were so tired of having long hair and having to wear turtlenecks and, not showing their ankles. Guess what? Women were like, F you, we're cutting our hair off. We're going to wear dresses that are to our knees, and we're going to go out and dance and have a great time because we're tired of being oppressed. That's what's going on. They are going to try to censor us. Guess what? We're not going to listen to you anymore. We're not going to go and pander to your narrative. We're not going to go onto your sites like Rotten Tomatoes. We're going to make our own sites. We're going to all talk to one another and go do our own thing. This isn't trolls. You want to go and see trolls? You can go look at the comments on my videos of people just saying, F you, you stupid bitch. Oh, you stupid cunt. Those are literally comments on my videos. They're not and it's very obvious the people that are trolls, because the people that are trolls do not actually watch the content. You can go look at any of the comments that were on Rotten Tomatoes before they were deleted. I've talked about this before. Gary from Neurotic did a video where he was reading the comments before the movie came out, just of people saying, hey, I don't like Brie Larson's politics. I feel like this movie isn't for me. I'm not going to see it. Those people weren't trolls. Those people were just people stating their opinion on why they don't want to see the movie. That's not a troll. A troll are the people that go and post fake comments, people that do not actually watch the content and just decide to throw insults. They do not actually have a valid argument. That is a troll. If you don't understand that I'm not your mom, I feel like you need to go find someone to explain this to you. If I wanted a kid, I would have one, and my kid would know the difference. But sometimes, and I've said this before, you can't argue with a 5-year-old. You just can't. Sometimes you have to say no, you have to go in timeout, and You know, when you understand that you did something wrong, then you can come out of timeout. That's the way you have to handle these people. They can go off and write whatever they want about us, about me. Heck, somebody sent me an article that was written about me from France. It was in French. I had to use Google Translate. And I mean, I did take French in high school, and I'm pretty decent at reading it. But I was like, I just want to know what the heck this says. They used a screen capture of my Captain Marvel video, the one that I've referenced in this video, to call me a troll. It's like, you obviously didn't watch my video, because in that video, I clearly explain the reason why Captain Marvel, I feel, is not going to do as well, is because they're throwing this character in last minute. If you wanted me to stand behind Captain Marvel, why didn't you give her 3 movies? 3 movies to show who she is, to show why she's so powerful, to show her story arc. You had characters that had similar traits like her. You know, the arrogance. You had Iron Man. You had Thor. Guess what? We got 3 movies and multiple Avengers movies to watch how those guys started off as spoiled, rotten brats and how they became the men that we saw in Infinity War. How they grew to earn our respect, why other characters respect them and will follow them because of who they are and who they evolved to be. Why didn't Captain Marvel get that same treatment? You want to throw her in last minute, say she's this all-powerful character, she's been gone because she's been trying to find someone a freaking home for the past 25 years? That's the excuse you want to have? And that, aside from everything falling flat, that's what it is? No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying into it. I don't think that that's respectful to that character. You want to take this random character and throw her in. Why didn't you give her the treatment that other characters got? Why didn't you do what Guardians of the Galaxy did? Guardians of the Galaxy, nobody had heard of them before the movie came out, before the movie was announced. No one. If you asked me when I was a small child, hey, do you know who Rocket the Raccoon is? I would have been like, is that the name of the raccoon at the zoo? Is that the name of your pet raccoon? Because I lived in a farm town. Is that the name of your pet raccoon? I didn't know about the Guardians of the Galaxy when I was a kid. I knew who Batman was. I knew who Superman was. I knew who Spider-Man was. I didn't know who the heck the Guardians of the Galaxy were. But guess what? They did a great job. The Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite Marvel movie. That's a great freaking movie. Why didn't Captain Marvel get the same treatment? Why did you throw her in last minute and then expect everyone to fall behind this character and in a movie that completely falls flat? You want to say that this is going to be our feminist movie? Well, guess what? It was not. The whole arc between Gamora and Nebula and Thanos was more of a female empowerment arc. Heck, Black Widow just fighting in the first, 5 minutes when she was introduced in Iron Man 2 was more of a female empowerment arc than the whole Captain Marvel movie. So, trying to push this narrative, trying to say that we are trolls because we don't stand behind it, you're not actually watching the content. You're not. You're looking at thumbnails, you're looking at the titles, you're not watching it. So don't go and call us names and accuse us of stuff when you are not actually taking the time to do your research. Again, I am not your mother. I should not have to explain this to you. Like, you want to be an adult? You want to go and have a job and write for websites for news articles? You need to understand that you need to do your research. I don't know how you got to the job you are in. Probably because you knew someone. Mommy or daddy knew someone and they got you the hookup. But still, you're not going to go very far on lies. That's just a fact. History repeats itself. You can try to oppress us, but we will win. Like, to quote Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic freaking Park, life will find a way. There was no way in hell I was going to go sit in a theater on International Women's Day and watch Brie Larson prance around the screen. That was not my idea of female empowerment. You know what I did on International Women's Day? I went on a kayak from one island in the open ocean to another island in 30 plus miles an hour wind with a group of people, which narrowed down to just me and, the instructor, and we went from one island to the other. And it was amazing. I got to be with some amazing women that day. And guess what? We saw some of the beautiful sights on this planet. I would not trade that experience for anything. That was amazing. That was my International Women's Day. That is female empowerment. That is a human and another human working together to accomplish something. And we worked hard to paddle through that wind on the open ocean, through giant waves, through where the currents met and the waves are coming at you in every single direction. We were able to do that. Me working with a complete stranger, a woman that I had never met before. Us working together to do that. That's female empowerment. That's two women working together to achieve a goal. What Brie Larson is doing, prancing around the screen saying, I'm a warrior hero. Let me belittle Nick Fury in front of all of you guys. Guys, I'm so powerful. Look, it's the 90s. It's the 90s nostalgia. Yeah, I'm a warrior hero. No, that's not female empowerment. That's not my idea of the way I wanted to spend my International Women's Day. And I could continue to go on, but this video is already long enough. Guys, I'm going to have more content coming out, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. And everyone, have a great rest of your day. And may the Force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye. Hey everyone, after being asked for months now, I finally got a P.O. box, so if you want to send me some mail, go ahead and send it to Anna, that Star Wars girl, or TSWG for short, at P.O. Box number 28171, Santa Ana, California, 927998171. Thank you, have a great day guys.